descended.
On this episode of Big's Build Hot Rods, we're going to be swapping this dentside to a 5-speed. Right now it just has a C4 in it, automatic. I got a T5 for this thing. It should wake it up a little bit. I'm going over clutch pedal setups. I got this clutch pedal out of like a Fox body setup, or I think it's a Fox body, and then I got the stock truck stick pedal setup. Looks to me like the shafts are the same, so I'm thinking I can just take the brake shaft out that's in here. Let me get us a light. I think I can take the brake pedal setup that's in here out with that bolt right up there and just slide the other shaft in. My issue is this is an air conditioned truck and it has all that in the way. And then the ignition switch is on this side too, which is sticking out there a little. So I'm going to take it apart and see what we can do here. I'm not exactly sure, but I'll get back with you when I get a little further. I just wanted to tell you what we're going to do. I don't think I've had this truck on the channel too much. This is a 74 F100. I kind of did the interior a little bit. These are actually Volkswagen MK4 seats. They don't look bad. I took the headrest off. And it's got a roller 302 in it with a B cam. Nothing special. I mean, it sounds good. It runs pretty good, but it should do a little better with the 5-speed. But yeah, we'll see what we can do. I'll be back with you. On this side, I'll have to make me a spacer for behind the pedal to that, which I have. And then the nut goes on there. But I also got to lengthen my pedal. I gotta lengthen my pedal because it's a little bit higher than the other pedal. So I have to cut that and lengthen it. But other than that, I think I can make this work. And that's like I said, that's the pedal. It's either out of a Fox body or a SN95. I'm not sure. But that's the whole setup. And I don't think it's too close. I mean, if I have to, I can bend that over a little bit when I make the pedal longer. But we'll see. All right, I'll get back with you when I get a little further. Okay, this is where I am. I took the original shaft out that held the brake pedal here and drilled the side of the brake bracket, or whatever you want to call it, to fit the shaft for the Mustang shaft. But now I'm having trouble with where it's hitting here. But I don't think, if I go to a billet adjustable cable, manual adjustable cable, I think I can get rid of this back here and it won't be in my way. I can cut this rod off. I'm going to look it up and see, but I think that's how it works. Yeah, I kind of butchered the air box out of the way, but I'm not going to hook the air up in this truck right now anyway, so it is what it is. I'll get another one when I do. And then this side. Okay, I got the pedal all in. That's the spacer I made. I lengthened the pedal a couple of inches. I'm still a little high, but it's comfortable. It's the way I bent it over and all, it kind of lost me about, I don't know, a good ½ inch to an inch. But that's the whole setup there. Let me get over here with the light and set up, and I'll show you the other side. Now on this side, I don't have the quadrant on it because I got to order the aluminum manual adjusting quadrant cable. But that's the setup. You can see that's how, you know, the swing's going to work. I'm assuming I got enough there. I kind of just booger welded a little spacer on there to hold it out a hair. Seems to work good. It's smooth. So we'll see exactly where we got to be and all that. I'm definitely going to have some adjustment to do. So, but we're getting there. I mean, we got the pedals in. I mean, you can see from up here, like I said, it ain't much difference, a little tweak. If I could just twist it around, it probably would be all right, but it's comfortable there. It'll be all right. Good enough for who it's for. Well, we got her jacked up. About ready to start bolting this transmission. Clutch pedal assembly is as far as we can go until I get the cable in. So, yeah, I guess we'll pull the drive shaft and you know, get ready to pull the trans. While I got the trans out, I got to do an oil pan gasket on this thing too, because it's slobbering like a rabid dog. Got everything soaked under it. It got to be where I couldn't even really drive it. It was smoking so bad, running oil. So I want to fix that while I got it out, because you can't get the oil pan off of it with the trans in it, even if you jack the motor up. It just, I mean, it's got the Explorer pan on it. I don't know if it matters, but it just won't come out. So it'll come out easy once I get the trans out. So we'll do that all at the same time. All right, we'll update you guys when I get a little further. You see all the oil under the bottom of this thing. This is a big reason. Well, I want to do the 5-speed, but so we can fix this oil leak under this slobbery thing. Everywhere under it is just soaked. And I'm over it. Of course, we got the transmission all unbolted, and because of this stupid header, the trans won't come out. So it looks like I'm unbolting the headers. I already got a jump on it. I got all but 3 out. The bolt's out now. But yeah, that's about the size of it. I was hoping to get away without pulling the header, but you know how headers are. It's a love-hate relationship with headers, man. Sometimes I think about just running manifolds on everything. So much easier. I'll get back with you when I get it out though. Like I said, everything's unbolted. It's just sitting on the trans jack away from the motor, but I can't get her down. Well, one murder scene later, and she's out and on the floor. Now to do a bunch of cleanup and then pull the oil pan off of this thing to try to fix this oil leak. Not sure that it ain't the front seal on the timing cover, because it's pretty wet in the front too. So we'll see. We'll pull the pan. If we got to do main seals or whatever, we'll do it while we got the trans out. Just got to get it done, because I'm ready to drive this thing again. This is my daily. I drive this when I'm not cutting grass. This is what I drive, and this is my wheels. Tired of driving the box van around. Yep. And the bed's all twisted the way I got it jacked up. But yeah, as you can see, tried to catch it, put a pan down, got a little bit. But every time I pull a transmission, it looks like I killed 14 people. So, it is what it is, but we'll get back with you on the next step here. I'm gonna do the oil pan and all first, and then I'll get to putting the 5-speed in. Okay, got the pan off. Had to unbolt the motor and jack it up. Pretty sure this was my leak right here. If you look, I guess you guys can see that. Pretty sure that was the leak. I don't know if it was pushed in a little bit and rubbing on it or what, but that was kind of what it was. As you can see, the trans is on the floor. Pan's out. Now I got to get some brake clean and clean all this stuff up. I was wire wheeling this flange here, trying to get the old gasket off and get me something to clean it up real good. But yeah, I got it out, and of course had to unbolt the header and all to get the trans out. It's completely flopped off. Unhooked the collector and header and the whole deal, which I think I might have told you guys that already. I'm double talking here. But anyway, we got that out. I got the flywheel off, the automatic, or the flex plate as people say. I call them all flywheels. But got that off. Got to get ready and put the pilot bearing in and the the stick shift flywheel. So once I get the oil pan all straightened out, we'll get back on that and we'll start getting this trans in. I already got the clutch pedal in and all that's done. So we got to run the cable. Shouldn't be too bad. Once I get this oil pan on and done, it shouldn't it should go together pretty quick. We should get her taking a ride before too long. Well, oil pan's back in. Hopefully the oil leak's fixed. We got the flywheel in. Getting ready to brake clean this up, put the clutch and pressure plate and all on. Then we can go to bell housing and we're getting there. I do gotta still put the motor mount bolts back on and of course exhaust and all that when I'm done. But we're getting there. We'll check back with you when we get a little further. Obstacle number 1, this new clutch fork is way shorter. I don't know why it says it was for this, like a 90 Mustang, but it's like an inch and a half shorter, so that won't work. But luckily I had the original one, so I just put all the new stuff, the tow out bearing and all on it. But now my new dilemma is, which I really never even thought about, was the bell housing bolts are now a ½ inch too short with this bell housing. So I'm off to go get some bell housing bolts. I got the flywheel in, clutch, pressure plate and all in, bolted up, 2 or 3 elbow clicks of torque. And now I'm trying to put the bell on and the bolts won't reach. So here I am, off to the store. I'll be back when I get that done. Well, by my hillbilly Jethro Bodine calculations here, X marks the spot to drill for this shifter. I measured from the mounting plate of the trans to the center of the shifter, and I got 19.5 inches. So I just centered it up here, and we're gonna pray that that's the right spot. If not, we'll have a bigger hole than we need. So I got a hole saw and I'm going to just cut it out and see what happens. So we'll go from there. Well, problem number 737. The plate between the flywheel and the motor is not the right one. The bolt holes don't line up for the starter. Yay me. Everything's got to come back apart. And 733. Look how close the clutch fork is to the header. It's just going to melt the cable right off of it. I might have to change over to like some shorty Mustang headers or something. Or get something different. I mean it may be alright, but I believe it's going to eat up cables. So here we are, problem solving, and I'm not a good problem solver. I wasn't very good in school. Here we go. Well, trans is all in, header's back on, starter's fixed, that issue, and now we got this issue of a floppy clutch fork. So we got to pull this thing back out because the damn clip on the pivot ball is broke. So now we're right back at it again. We'll get back with you when we get it out. Well, I think we might have a transmission. Let's start it up, put it in gear, and make sure she goes forward and back before we take her off the jack stands. It ain't a cold start, it's been started. This thing down. Either plug wire or something off. Well, after a whole bunch of struggles, fighting back and forth, and a couple weeks of piddling with it here and there and here and there, my truck is now 5-speed. Everything seems to work good there. I don't know if something's going on with the carburetor or a plug or something, because it's acting kind of funny. It's like missing a little. But other than that, I mean, I'll get that straight. No big deal. I'll mess with it later. Got everything back together, and so far I don't see an oil leak. I mean, I've only ran it around the block a little. I haven't really drove it a whole lot, so we'll see, you know, how it works out. Hopefully that part's good. The trans seems to shift good. I put new fluid and all in it. Everything seems to be all right there. So we'll go from there. I'm happy. Like I said, I've been wanting to do a 5-speed on it anyway, and I mean, what's cooler than a short bed 2-wheel drive 5-speed pickup with a car style 5-speed? There ain't much better. So this is gonna be the end of this one. I mean, this is a little bit longer than my normal videos, but you know, I just put it all on there, the whole deal, the whole swap. Next, we're coming real quick here. The Crown Vic's getting ready to come in and go under the knife. I got a couple of months left before spring, 3 maybe, 2 months, right, really. And I want my panel truck sitting on the Crown Vic for spring. I really like to drive that this summer. So that's going to be the next one. You guys keep a lookout for that. It'll be coming pretty soon. I'll probably do it in a few parts because it's going to be a big build. But you guys have a good day. And Happy New Year. Today is actually January 1st, so Happy New Year. And we'll see you soon. Later.